Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is 9 rules for a better life in the Philippines. Before I get started, let me welcome my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. It's truly amazing. Never take that for granted. As you can see, our roof showed up yesterday. They'll be putting that in today. That will speed things up dramatically. But today's vlog is in answer to a lot of my subscribers' questions about what is it to do over there in the Philippines? How do I stay busy? How do I prevent getting bored and lonely and all of that? Now, it is early. And this is the rooster time and the animals time, so don't complain about that. And so I'm going to talk about that. Some of the things I've been able to do to occupy my time and my mind, believe it or not, over here on and off for 13 years, over 3.5 years in a row. Now, I'm going to show you the volcano. It's out today, so I have to show it to you guys. Look at it. It's huge. It's not in the clouds today, so anytime it's not in the clouds, I like to show you guys. But I'm going to get the first two out of the way. A reasonable budget, number one. And I say reasonable because a lot of us, we're never able to stick to our budget because we make it too strict. I'm one for having a budget because it's just because you earn $2,000 a month doesn't mean you have to spend $2,000 a month. A good budget includes emergency. It includes money for activities. But say, for instance, if you're earning $1,500, let's say $2,000 a month, I would set my budget at $15,000. Something reasonable, something that I know that I can stick to every month consistently. Because when you have more money than bills, it reduces stress and anxiety. And see, a lot of these things that I'm going to talk about today are going to do that, just that. Because you get stressed over here, 8,000 miles from home sometimes. You get anxious over here sometimes. Just the fact that you're in a place that you're not familiar with makes you stressed and anxious. But yeah, a reasonable budget. We're not going to talk too much about that because, like I said, everybody's got a budget. We got different lifestyles, different things we like to do, different locations where we're going to live. It's been raining a lot, you can see, but I don't have problems with flooding over here. But I want to send my thoughts out to a lot of families here who are suffering from this flooding here lately, man. We've been having a lot of rain, almost non-stop. But yeah, a reasonable budget, everybody. Number two is intimacy. It doesn't even have to be sex, but there's a lot of benefits to intimacy. And a lot of us are not going to come over here just to be alone anyway. But what I was looking, when I was doing my research for this vlog, it told me that intimacy reduces stress. Okay, it offsets loneliness. Two things that expats over here deal with. But it also benefits your mental health. You know, when you know that somebody cares for you, and when you get those endorphins swimming around in your brain, going off, it's good for us. So, intimacy. Number three is choose your friends wisely. Now, there's a good thing about having friends, and there's a bad thing having friends. A lot of times when I hear about expats having trouble over here, it's usually from somebody they know. They either hired the wrong people, they allowed the wrong people into their house, they trusted the wrong people. So choose your friends wisely. Don't be a loner over here. I mean, find some people, and it may take you a while before you can find you a good set of locals and expats to be comfortable with, but that's very important. To have somebody to talk to, have somebody that has similar interests. And a lot of this is basic stuff, but see, we don't do it. We're always over here saying, oh, I'm bored. Well, if you do some of these things, I try to pass along the stuff that I've learned to do. You know, it's not easy living 8,000 miles from home, but it's rewarding if you do it the right way. It's not impossible, and you can be happy. There's some things you can do. You can't just come over here and screw all day long or sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day long and think you're going to be happy 8,000 miles from home. But choose your friends wisely, because a lot of our trouble stems from that circle of friends that we develop over here. Number 4, I'm going to suggest that you get a housekeeper. It's for several reasons. Number 1, time is money. The more time you have, the better. If you don't want somebody, if you don't want to spend a lot of your time cleaning, cooking, washing clothes, get you a housekeeper. It saves time. It's going to save you money. And then you're going to be employing a local. You know, jobs are scarce here. So when you get a housekeeper, those are the main 2 things. It saves you time, money for other things, and then you're going to help the local economy. Number 5 is explore the Philippines. See, that's part of that budget I was telling you about. Part of that budget. This is a vast place, man. Over 7,500 islands, and 5,000 of them are not even inhabited. They're not even on the map. But it makes your time here a lot better, you know, when you go somewhere new. Because say, for instance, if you lived in St. Carlos City, you don't have to go far. Sapaway Island's 8 minutes away. Bacolod's 2 hours away. You can go up in the mountains, Prosperidad, where we went the other day. That's about 25 minutes away. But explore a different part of the Philippines. Set aside money in your budget every month so you can see more of this beautiful country. Number 6 is exercise your mind and body. I read a lot. Ayan Buntag. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Ayan Buntag. Thank you. Yes, exercise your mind and body. I listen to music. I read. And I ride my bike. I've got a routine. I just now started back working out because, man, my wrists were in worse shape than I thought. I damaged my wrist a whole lot more. They're still sore, but I've started back exercising. I'm just not doing push-ups. I'm going to do everything but push-ups because, hell, I done picked up a few extra pounds I'm going to get rid of. And I just love to exercise, though. I mean, it sets off endorphins, too. But an easy way to do that would be just to map out a route somewhere in your neighborhood where you can walk in the morning or in the evening when the temperature is not so hot. I mean, don't have any earphones, just walk. And ease your mind, get out here in the fresh air. But exercise your mind and body. I read about 2 books a month. And I listen to music every day. That's what gets my day started. Sometimes Marilyn, she'll get jealous of that when I tell her, you know, my music gets my day started. And she'll say, you mean it's not me? Yeah, and she's serious too. But you can see all the water here, guys. See, my area is an undeveloped subdivision. There's a lot of land back here you can buy, but one bad thing about that is when it rains, it's hard to get a tricycle back here. I can navigate it because I've been here so many times. It's just like that, navigating that minefield of online dating. Remember I told you, because I've been through it. I can guide you through this field just as easy. But yeah, exercise, guys. Number 7 is get you a local doctor and then use the doctor. It's good for your prescriptions, your checkups, just to stay on top of your health over here. Your health is your wealth. You hear that all the time, and it's true. Preventive care, self-care, but have a local doctor if you have some aches and pains that you're unfamiliar with. You just want to go over there, because going to the doctor here is relatively cheap, just to go to the doctor. Because even if you have health care, a lot of times it's not going to cover doctor visits, or they may reimburse you. Look at this. Probably about, it's less than $10 to see a good doctor here. But get you a local doctor. Number 8 is get a dog. It took me a long time to get a dog over here, but man, now that we got Curly, man, I'm going to tell you, just seeing Curly does something to me. But not just me, but studies have shown that having a dog increases the hormone oxytocin. It gives you a feeling of well-being. And of course, here it is again, reduces stress and anxiety. No one loves you more than your dog. You can whoop his butt in the morning. Hell, when you get back home, he's still going to love you. Yeah, see, this is pretty bad back here, but yeah, it's part of living in an undeveloped subdivision, but you do get a break on certain things. The land over, now this is Margarita Village Extension. Now over on the other side where I used to live, right beyond those trees, that's Margarita Village. It's developed. The land's probably twice as much as it is over here. But yeah, get a dog, guys. And last and certainly not least, this is just the things that I do to occupy my time, stay connected, try to get a balance in my life over here. As I talk to my friends and family back home, I'm connected. I want to make sure to give them a peace of mind. And it gives me a peace of mind in knowing everything's okay there. Because as you get older, one thing is guaranteed, you're going to lose friends and family. You know, sometimes we take a lot of that for granted. You know, life is temporary, guys. You know, no matter what you may think about it, it's temporary. So I try not to get too high or too low. I try to stay right there in the middle if I can. Of course, I can't do that all the time, but I do try. So yeah, I talk to my friends and family back home. But there you have it, just 9 rules for a better life in the Philippines. You don't have to do any of them. Find your own rules. This is what I've done to make my life better over here, to fit in, to assimilate. And just to summarize, number 1 is a reasonable budget. Reasonable, don't make it so strict that you can't stick to it. What good is a budget if you can't stick to it? Because you earn $2,000 doesn't mean you have to spend the whole $2,000. Eventually, you'll find that sweet spot that you hear people talking about. You won't be living too high, too low. There is a middle of the road solution over here. I found it even before I built my house. Intimacy, guys and girls. Find you somebody that you can be intimate with. Doesn't even have to be sex, but there's benefits to intimacy. Chief among them is reduces stress. And everybody knows what stress does to older people. It's not good. Benefits your mental health too. Choose your friends wisely, guys. Most of the trouble that you're going to have over here is going to come from that small circle of friends that you develop over here. But also, a lot of the happiness that you have is going to come from those same people. Get you a housekeeper. Time is money. Save time, save money, and you're giving back. You're going to hire somebody, usually 4,000 or 5,000 pesos a month. Okay, remember, don't try to come over here and change the Philippines. You can't change the Philippines. The Philippines can change you. Don't come over here and pay a housekeeper 10,000 pesos a month. You're going to upset the cart. Explore the Philippines. That's part of that reasonable budget. This place, man, you'll never see it all. I met a gentleman, American, several years ago. He had been here for 22 years, so he's probably 30 years now he's been here. He said he hasn't even scraped what do they say about the tip of the iceberg? Scratch the tip of the iceberg. Get out and explore, man. It's good for the mind, the body, and the spirit. 6 is exercise your mind and body. Easy way to do that is to map you out a route in your neighborhood and walk every morning, every evening when the temperature's not so hot. That's how I meditate whenever I'm not able to lay down for 5 minutes and close my eyes. I just walk. No headphones, no music, just walk. I've got me a local doctor here that I see from time to time. If something is bothering me, I have aches and pains that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't take any prescriptions, but if I did, they would be able to help me with that. Get a dog. We've got Curly now, and I tell you, I'm getting ready to go home now. And Curly, he's just a sight for sore eyes, man. He lifts my spirits when I see him. We got him when he was 2 months old. Now he's about 3 months. We're getting ready to take him for his first shots and everything. But a dog gives you unconditional love, but it also increases that oxytocin, that hormone in your body to give you a feeling of well-being. And there it is again, it reduces stress and anxiety. And last is talk to your family and friends back home. Life is temporary. As we get older, we're going to lose friends and family. Don't take that for granted. Stay connected, guys. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. If you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find someone to help. Intentionally help. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, you're on your lunch break, see somebody on the street or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. It's not even 8 a.m. yet. I told you I get up early. I got up at 6 o'clock today. Got a wedding to go to. A friend of mine from Canada. He owns Small Fry Resort. If you come to San Carlos, check that out. It's about 10 minutes outside of San Carlos City. Wonderful food, guys, and I'm not telling you, he cooks Western food. His nachos are second to none. Probably 200 miles from here because he cooks them the Western way with the chili and the cheese and the, what do you call it, jalapenos. No one does that here. It's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Last night we had our 1,000 peso pandemic giveaway drawing. We gave away 3,000 pesos. But today I'm going to give away 7,000 pesos. I'm going to give 7 more families because there's been a lot of flooding here. And so we're going to help them Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. There's this, let me show y'all something. Wait. See that right here? That fence post is still in that tree from Typhoon Odette in December. They've yet to fix their fence. See, now you can see behind there. Remember, I thought it was so many pigs. It's only a little small pig pen over there. And unless you from the country, you can't even smell it. I don't even know they're over there. I just hear them when they was feeding time. They're fighting each other. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay COVID free. The next update should be on our guest house because, as you see, the roof has come in, the roofing materials. They'll be done today with that. Thank you.